this Ukraine project, Unchained. And yeah, so he's like been giving everybody lots of praise for everything. So I wanted to make sure to share that with everybody here. And so we try to stick to 45 seconds for highlights. And if you miss some, you can always just type it in the praise channel. So I'll go ahead and start. I want to give praise to Melody and Claire and Rainier for bringing such great ideas to the project verification process and really putting their level of expertise when it comes to like the nonprofit space. I want to praise everybody who is in Mexico preparing to represent Giveth at ETH Denver, or I'm sorry, what is it? The Taoist there? The Taoist. And yeah, as well as Sim for jumping in. There's just so many new people have been jumping in. Jahan, Suga, she just jumped right in. So I want to give praise to all these people. And I didn't actually type my praise down this morning because I was busy doing the slides. So I'll just leave that and I'll put more in the praise channel later. But I haven't forgotten about all of you. So I'll pass it to Ahmad.
Awesome. I have a lot of people to praise this time. Praise to Forrest for Meet the Makers, Lauren for her work on comms, even though she wasn't feeling well, Jay for SEO help, Griff for doing so many talks, for Shell for helping me with my work agreement, Heather for syncing up on talent, Sim for help on comms, and Ashley for all of the great things that you do. And let me pass to Shell.
Hi everyone, happy Thursday. I'd like to praise Griff for working with me on web payments, so we're not yet done. And I want to praise Ashley for checking in on me and for Muhammad for responding to my raised issues immediately. And I'll pass it to Willie.
Thanks, Michelle. GM, everybody. All right, I want to start by praising Lauren for just the amazing comms, the coordination, all around crushing. It's like you're becoming like a public good superstar, which is totally deserved. So happy to see that. Praise Griff for hodling off the one ticker on V3 and everything else he does, but specifically that's something I didn't even really know you were doing, and really appreciate it and all that you do for Giveth. Praise Mitch for facilitating governance and also going above and beyond to research how other DAOs are coordinating to see how Giveth can DAO even better. Praise Ashley for graceful community management and help onboarding and verifying the projects. Praise Amin, Monique, Cherik, Paximax, and hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone else, but anyone else who helped build the region farms and the streams. Those are looking so great. I'm really excited for that. And also appreciate you guys being flexible to switch gears to potentially support Cow Swap in their Merkle drop-in stream. And praise Marco for being the best designer ever. And I will pass to Monique.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening. I want to praise all my teammates, Cherik, Mohammed, Carlos, Matteo, Amin, Ramin, for all their amazing work on DApp and also the region farms and the Give economy. I want to praise Mish for facilitating and managing DAO. I really want to praise Willie for pushing us forward, for having a great region farms feature. Praise Lauren for Give Power meetings, for Twitter, etc. And praise Ashley for creating lots of great issues about the admin brothing. And I might be forgotten some of the praises, but I pass it on to Amin.
I think you're muted.
Amin, you're muted.
Hello. I want to praise Willie because of for his making third party involved in the brilliant idea of region farm region stream. I want to praise Monique for following up the development of the Giveth Stack Vision 2. I want to praise all the development there, Matteo, Ramin, Chorik, Mohammed, and Carlos. I want to praise Paula because we have a section before about how to calculate the maximum APR of the Uniswap. I want to praise Mitch for his forum posts and preparing all the multi-sig transactions and reaching out to me when I miss any posts about the multi-sig. Most of the time I forget them. And yeah, I want to pass it to Lauren. Have you gone, Lauren? Yes? Okay. Pass to Lauren.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry. Too many things. I want to praise people. I want to praise Almond, who's organizing this awesome Giveth party in Mexico. I want to praise Rodri for helping me prepare slides for the Taoist and also just like helping me with Spanish things. I want to praise Jahanzeb and Ahmad for the great work doing search engine optimization. I want to praise Suga for the ETH Denver summary blog post. I'm super excited for it. I want to praise Ashley, Griff, Forrest for hosting the Meet the Makers call. I want to praise Mitch for making and managing so many governance posts and all the liquidity mining things. I want to praise Sim for jumping into comms calls with so much energy and adding so much value. I want to praise Monique for being a badass manager. I want to praise Amin, Charek, Willie for pushing forward on regen farms. I want to praise Mohammed for retroactive givebacks. I want to praise Mateo, Carlos, Mitch, and Griff for busting booty to get to Mexico, and Lanny for hosting an amazing public goods Twitter space yesterday. And I'll pass it to Griff.
Yay! Man, so much praise to Dish. You might want to deafen. Sorry about that. So I want to praise Willie for connecting us with Decentralized J, and also praise Willie for being just an endless promoter of Giveth everywhere that he goes. I see him in the Giveth sweatshirt. I see him always helping out. So much love from Willie, and it emanates throughout the space. I want to praise Melody for successfully completing her first trial month and jumping into a more longer term situation with Giveth. That's so great. I want to praise Suga for taking on the ETH Denver posts and reaching out to all the right people, all the right times. I want to praise Mitch for the never ending wisdom and governance push. I don't know how you do it all, Mitch. You're just a machine. Obviously, I want to praise Monique also for managing all of the developer resources across the streams, making sure that we satisfy our needs, but advocating for things that need to be advocated, even when we come up with crazy ideas at the last minute. Say we need this, and then he's like, whoa, hey, at the right times, but also willing to let it come when it's important. And the work that Ahmed and Heather have been doing on the hiring front has just been incredible. So much praise to the hiring team. I'm so excited to finally have a couple of DevOps people to interview. So that's amazing. And of course, so much praise to Willie and Amin and Charek and Monique and everybody who's working, and Pavle for working on the regen farms, and Lauren and everyone who's working on the regen farms. I'm so excited for this release. It's super cool. I know that's over my 45 seconds, so I'll pass it to Claire.
Oh, I can see that you're unmuted, but we can't hear you.
All right, is that better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Excellent. So I've got lots of praise to dish today. I want to praise Melody for bringing us all together to discuss project verification. I want to praise Heather for reaching out to check in on me as a newbie. Ashley and Griff for your patience and understanding and explanation of onboarding. Ashley, of course, for your wisdom and support. Raina for a sharp insight and clarity in social impact discussion. Freshell for pointing me in the right direction for all the systems and forms I've needed to complete. Forrest, Ashley, and Griff for leading Meet the Makers. I learned a lot, thanks. And I want to pass it to Suga. Did you go?
I didn't yet. Thank you, Clara. Hey, folks. It's so nice to see your faces. I'm sitting in the dark, so you can't see mine. And my connection is bad, so it's better this way. I would love to dish some praise. I had a great sync with Heather, a checkup with Heather, of course, for Ashley, Forrest, and Griff for Meet the Makers, which was wonderful. So great to connect with those groups. I'd like to dish praise also to Sim and Ahmad, and of course the rest of comms, Ashley, Lauren, Forrest, Mitch, everybody for comms help. And Freshell praise to Rachel for other stuff, help, work, behind the scenes stuff, and Jahan also. And I also just want to praise Willie and Griff for those amazing talks at ETH Denver. Like, woo, wow! I think I've watched them all each like multiple times. And of course, praise to Lauren for ETH Denver, her presence at all the panels, and to Mitch as well, especially for that amazing dive into the pool at Shapeshift, which I got to see. And I will wrap it up and pass it to, who do we got? Vesta.
I'm not as involved, but I have really been enjoying reading Lauren's article, and so whoever was involved in writing that about the trace, that a huge dishing praise to you, because I've just really enjoyed learning about that, and I'm about to go and test it, so I'll share any feedback I have. Oh, sick, cool. And
awesome.
That's me.
Thanks, Vesta. Let's pass it next. How about Danny? Oh, we can't hear you. I see you're unmuted, but we can't hear you. Okay, well, let's pass you while we're figuring out audio situations. How about Jahan?
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
I want to praise Ahmad for helping me with SEO. I want to praise Laura actually for helping me. I praise Phil for joining on yesterday's community call and pitching so much with marketing. I want to praise Mirage. I want to praise Bill. And I will say please next.
You say Mitch, passing it to Mitch? I think that's what I heard.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's do it. Praise Mohammed for all the quick fixes on the Rainbow Rolls scripts. Praise to TJ Rush for putting up the TrueBlock givebacks monitoring tool. Praise to the whole dev team and the design team for getting this TypeScript / Giveth DApp v2 up and ready for testing. Praise Lauren for the awesome Give Power spec breakdown. Forrest for leading the Meet the Makers session. For Shelf for staying on top of payments. Lauren, of course, for PMing the Give economy and staying on top of these issues as they arise. Lauren as well for leading Giveth comms. Ashley for leading project verification and reviewing givebacks. Ashley, of course, for facilitating a great community call. Melody for great feedback on forum posts, adding in the perspective of nonprofits and charities. Amin and Marco for championing, regen farms and getting it past the post. Griff, Willie, and Lauren for feedback on the give matching distribution spec. And of course, always to Griff for pushing the roadmap and always jumping in with sanity checks when we get too deep down the rabbit hole. And I would like to pass it to Ramin. Have you gone?
No, I will get it. I wanna praise Amin, Monique, Carlos, Cherik, Mohammed, and Matteo for all their great efforts for the upcoming release. They have been really great these days. I will pass it to the end.
Who did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Melody, have you gone yet?
No, I haven't. I want to praise Ashley for being a great buddy and super helpful for my technical issues and other questions. I want to praise Griff for clarifying visions and future potentials for new members like myself and brainstorming about qualitative curation. I want to praise Claire for working with me to sound our ideas with each other. And I want to praise Rainer for bringing his organizational change and leadership expertise and create clarity for curation moving forward. And I want to praise Ashley, Griff, and Forrest for a great Makers call. And I want to pass it to Parfait Mugisha.
Faye Mugisha, can you hear? Did you want to speak and maybe give some praise? Okay, and I also see listening only. How about Decentralized Jay?
Hey y'all, how's it going? I just talked with Griff yesterday, so I want to praise him for kind of bringing me aboard. Praise Willie for kind of telling me a lot about Giveth, introducing me to it from the Shapeshift side, and praise all of you guys for being a part of such a cool project. Happy to contribute in any way I can. I'll be honest, I don't know who hasn't gone though.
Can you hear me now, Ashley?
Yeah, we can hear you, Danny. You want to take it?
Yeah, as I have one big praise. This was really fun to go back and read through all the praise that's in here for this week. So praise Willie Fox, Monique, Ramin, Lauren, Mohammed, Frashel, Rodri, Carlos, Ahmad, Jahan Zaib, Sim, Mitch, Alex Shelpin, Marco, Griff, Meadow, Wild Wanderer, Suga, Clara Z, Parfait Mugusha, Nick Laz, Cut the Plastic, Rayner, Chewy Garcia, Brian Hanners, and Reforest, all for recognizing the amazing work being done by the community and putting it in here in the praise. Thank you.
Thanks, Danny. How about, let's see who's up next. Guru Anansi?
Pleasant morning, everyone. Overall, you have been good and shining bright today. Big praises for the larger Giveth community. I have been going really strong in terms of the project. I know it's been rough after I airdrop and I start like that and learning to find the community. Big up Ashley, is it for the whole community introduction yesterday. That was a beautiful onboarding process. That's good positivity from my perspective. Big up the back end for people up the work that we've been doing. I imagine it to be really difficult at this point in time with the new start of flow of more the currencies and them coming in. So yeah, overall, big up, big praise, big love, good vibes. I am not here to stay long. I'm in the next research community talking about a lot of different things, but I am always all right. So
thanks for sharing. Let's see who hasn't got. How about Guts?
Hi. Oh, come on.
We can hear you.
There you go. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks. Sorry. This is my first time here. Sorry. I am from Mexico. I didn't know you have this kind of interaction with all of the people. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that, but I just came into this project with the bar farming. This Saturday here in Mexico. I am sorry I can't be there because I am in another city and this is too soon for me, and I only find out about this project in this week. So if I have been found about this project a little bit earlier, there will be a pleasure to be with you guys and here in Mexico. And also I see that there is a very good proposal about the Latin community in the gift garden. I already bought it, of course, and I'm very excited. This project is very good, and I hope I can collaborate something with you in the near future. And that's all. Do I need to say something else, or that's
No. Thanks and welcome. And it's, you've only heard about us for a week and you're already voting in the garden. I think that's bonus points.
About a weekend, I started with the farming and I started voting on the proposals, and so and this is my first steps here.
Awesome. Well, welcome. I see a couple more people that haven't gone yet. How about Miguel B? Or if you're unable to talk, maybe we pass it to Ratio 13.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. This is my first community call, and I think it's my second meeting overall with y'all. They've been very far apart, so I haven't really been active lately. And I'll pass it back to you. Thank you.
So yeah, thanks for speaking. And I think the only person we have left is Vincenzo Spaghetti. I can see that you unmuted, but we can't hear you.
Also, I think we hit our cap now. We have 25 people, so we might have to.
Oh, I see. We might need to turn off our cameras. Okay, let's try that, and maybe we just don't have the space. Oh, and then I see Forrest just jumped in. Forrest, do you want to take it?
Sure, sounds great. I would like to praise Ahmad and Jay for creating the SEO best practices doc and pulling keywords for Giveth, and praise Ahmad for his great work on our newsletter. I want to praise Ashley for running tech support and helping me get the Giveth Gather Town set up for our network for Meet the Makers. I want to praise Suga and Danny Bell for excellent questions for our presenters at Meet the Makers. And I'd like to praise Griff for running us through some great tutorials of setting up wallets and for give backs and give farming at the Meet the Makers yesterday, hyping up Giveth. I think that's it. And I'll pass it to you, Ashley. I'm not sure who else,
No worries.
if anybody else has joined.
I think everybody's had a chance to go. Maybe we'll leave a minute for those who couldn't speak at one point, or maybe I missed somebody. But if not, then we can just jump right in and move on. All right. So I put in here, we've got some events and announcements. I wanted to put the Mexico thing in here, but I wasn't sure of all the details, so I don't know if somebody wants to add that in. But after this call, starting in the community spotlight section, we get to start testing version 2 today. So all of you that want to help out with testing can stick around for that section and maybe even after to do some testing of the TypeScript version. And then today is the last date to donate to verified projects to get the round 5 POAP. So if you're collecting all the POAPs and you haven't donated in round 5, today is the last day to do that. Then jump into working group updates, and we'll start with Community Circle, which is the Communications Working Group, the Communitas Working Group, and Conflict Resolution Working Group. The mission is to be the living and breathing core of Giveth, an ecosystem of collective support, abundance, and communication where we cultivate relationships and assist innovative projects. I see Lauren's already ready to share her screen, so I'll pass it off to you for communications.
Thanks, Ashley. Great, awesome. So for comms updates, things that happened, we've got the February newsletter, which is out. So if you haven't taken a look at your email yet, check out the February newsletter. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you can actually subscribe to the newsletter to get these monthly updates on our Giveth homepage. You just gotta scroll down a little bit here. Oh, sorry, it's making me log in. And you can subscribe right here for our newsletter. Also, we had the Meet the Makers call, which just happened earlier this week. So it was a call to meet some of the awesome projects that are on Giveth. Don't worry if you missed it. There is a blog post explaining a little bit about the projects from Forrest, so you can check that out on our Medium. It's also linked in the slides. Also, yesterday I was part of a Public Goods Are Good Twitter space with Gitcoin, hosted by Lani and Alicia.eth. And it was a super, super nice talk. I put a link to the space. I put a link to someone's code of the space. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I put it in one of these many tabs, but it was a great conversation. So I think it was recorded as well. So if you're interested in checking that out, I explained Giveth and GERVs, and it was a lot of people attending, so it was pretty cool. Coming soon today, we've got a Twitter space with Panvala, Building for Inclusion. So this is kind of a continuation from a panel I was on at ETH Denver, where we're going to be talking about the inclusive power of public goods. So that Twitter space is on today, and that is what this tweet is about, that we tweeted about today. So check it out. Also, praise Ahmad and Jay, as mentioned a few times, for this search engine optimization. They found certain keywords that people are searching for at a high volume, and a lot of them don't have like a lot of options in there. So it's really easy for us to just put those keywords in our blog posts and other content in order to come up more on search engines. So we're going to be adding those things into our comms blog posts as things are coming out. Also, we have coming soon an ETH Denver blog post from Suga. It's going to be a summary of all of the talks and panels and cool swag and fun side events and things that Giveth was actively participating in. So stay tuned. That's going to be posted on our Medium probably early next week. Also, as Ashley mentioned, we're at the Taoist. So Griff and I are here. Mitch and Mateo and Carlos are on their way, and we're all going to be here holding down Giveth representation at the Taoist. The Taoist is a DAO-focused conference. It's a 2-day conference, so it's tomorrow and Saturday. And at the Taoist, I'm going to be giving a talk explaining about Giveth, and Mateo is going to be explaining about Giveth development. Griff is going to be talking about collaborative economics in the token engineering commons. So there's going to be a lot of talks. Most of them are going to be in Spanish. So it's great for Spanish speakers. I haven't found the live stream link yet, but once I do, I'll be sure to tweet about it. So stay tuned on the Giveth Twitter. Also, best for last, we're hosting a party. So we're hosting a party. I just shared about it in our announcements channel in our Discord, and I just tweeted about it. So check out either our Twitter or the announcements channel for the details, and it links to this Eventbrite link. It's going to be on Saturday, and it's totally free. There's going to be tacos. There's going to be 4 DJs. There's going to be lots of space to dance and just and have a great time having a great party. And there's also like outdoor space and patios where people will be able to have conversations. So it's a great fits everybody's type party, and I'm really excited that we're throwing this. In the world of notable tweets, I'll just go through them because it was hard to put them all in order. This was from the Twitter space yesterday that I was part of, and it was actually really interesting how much people were interested in the idea that you could, instead of just donating and sacrificing, you could actually be investing and making an impact. Also, Griff was featured in this ETH Denver 2022 experience. So I just shared somebody's tweet about this on our Giveth Twitter. So check that out. It's actually a really cool video. And this one actually starts just
on stage talking about public goods and market cap.
Don't mind me drinking my kombucha there. Also, yesterday I tweeted about Griff's 2 talks at ETH Denver. I'm going to be tweeting about the rest of the talks and other ETH Denver happenings kind of throughout the week. But here's kind of 2 talks that came together in a nice tweet thread. Other notable tweets is Laura Shin's book is out. Griff and I actually have a copy, so this is it's a really interesting piece of Giveth history because Giveth kind of rose out of the ashes of the DAO, which was hacked, and Griff was the community manager of the DAO, so a really active part of it. And so it's a really, really interesting. It's a super cool book that I've enjoyed flipping through, and they did a podcast on this just the other day, so Laura Shin had posted that in the world of notable tweets. Also in the world of notable tweets, we've got this awesome project called Unchained, which is supporting humanitarian relief in Ukraine. They're supporting NGOs, and this is a verified project on Giveth that we got on Giveth in quite a hurry to help support Ukraine. So check that out as well. Also, we got this great summary from Elliot where he featured Giveth in a conversation he had with me at ETH Denver, just talking about different people that he met that were impactful at ETH Denver. And that's all I got. That's all I got in the world of comms and tweets and lots of fun. So check out any or all of those things. All the links are in the slide here, and I will pass it back to Ashley.
Thanks, Lauren. I'm so jealous. I want tacos. Will you eat a taco for me?
Oh my god.
All right, let's move on. Communitas working group. This working group and the community circle in general has been organically evolving over the past few months. We're having many new members join and starting to get stuff built and planned and strategized. We have a sync for the planning, strategizing, and building part on Fridays. And then on Wednesdays, we're starting this weekly community orientation and AMA. So it's like new member orientation, current member community building, and organizational design. And that happens on Wednesdays. You can click this link for the calendar invite. And that has been going really good. It's been so great to have a space where we can all connect outside of tasks and outside of issues and get to know each other a little bit better. And so that's been going really awesome, and people have been throwing out really great ideas there. We now have 1,139 verified projects on Giveth. The number is growing all the time. And then I just wanted to add this section up here because we do have some forum posts that get missed, like in governance, and most of them are just discussion forum posts. So there's one that was started around blockchain and social entrepreneurship. Pythagorean started one about, I don't know if you guys know who Andrew Yang is, but he is starting to get involved with a Lobby 3 group, and you can find out more information in here, but they're looking for stories of like everyday people that have benefited from Web3 technology. And then the last one here is the project verification process development, and there's been a lot of discussion in there about the way we currently verify projects, what to take into consideration from a nonprofit aspect, and lots of like cool discussion going on in there, thanks to Melody and Claire. So you can kind of, if you're interested in any of those topics, you can get involved in the discussion in the forum. And I will pass the mic to Forrest to go ahead and give us some conflict resolution updates.
Wonderful. Thanks, Ashley. Hey guys, Forrest here. We are meeting Mondays, 10 a.m. CST for an hour. If anyone is interested in joining our growing conflict resolution working group, you can DM me and I'll send you all the details. On the next slide, I have our updates. You can click a hyperlink to our Notion for this working group and see all of our latest notes and the projects that we're working on. We have been adapting the Gravity type form for Giveth specifically, so we'll be sending that out soon, and that is where anyone in our community can fill out this type form and submit a request for support in processing or mediating conflict. We're also in the process of creating a resource directory that's sort of like self-guided personal development, and some really great tools and resources for learning about conscious communication and conflict resolution and also personal transformation. And then, if anyone is interested in joining the next Graviton training to learn more about connection and communication and how to resolve conflicts and even prevent them, that is beginning the second week of April, and you can DM me or Benz or Juan Carlos, and we can get you set up with that free training. It's an amazing resource through Gravity. That's what we've got for today. I'll pass it back to you, Ashley.
Thanks, Forrest. Yeah, I went through the training, and it was definitely a lot of knowledge packed into a small course. That training could last for way longer off of all the resources that they give. So let's move on to the platform circle, which consists of the development working group, design working group, and the Give Economy working group. And the mission is to empower our contributors with the knowledge and resources to build and maintain platforms that bridge communities, meet user needs, and advance blockchain technology. So I'm not sure. Amin, Monique, which one is it this week? Okay.
I take it. Yeah. Yes, guys, we're ready for testing. So Giveth tab with the Give Economy single repo with the new design and UX fixes, and I hope with Region Farms is planned to go live on 15th of this month. So there are still some issues remaining, including the responsiveness and deleting updates or editing updates. And I don't want to go in details, but I appreciate if you can go through this address and start testing. The dev team told me that it's going to be ready for tomorrow, to be honest, but I think we can start testing this version. That's all we plan for this sprint until 15. And also, Region Farms will be live on the next week. It's all from this working group. Passing back to you, Ashley.
That's awesome. I'm so excited to start testing after this. All right. So next up, Give Economy Working Group. Pass it back to you, Lauren.
Sorry, I don't have my share screen ready, but I'm about to start it. In the world of Give Economy, as Monique mentioned, we got Regen Farms, Regen Farms is happening. There's an awesome, Amin already created the backend for it, so I've been testing it. So you can see I've got like a Fox stream coming in here, and you can see on the Give stream page that's like, okay, I got my Give stream, but then I also have my Fox stream, which is happening here, which is super exciting. So Regen Farms is looking super fire. In the world of the Uni V3, we've been having so much trouble with this middle finger person. And so we were talking about potentially shutting down Uni V3 rewards. So there's a forum post that Mitch created yesterday where that discussion is ongoing. So take a look at that and weigh in. In the world of retroactive givebacks, we were talking about rewarding the people who donated on Giveth to Giveth projects, to Giveth itself, and to verified projects, non-verified projects, and giving them retroactive givebacks. So it's like givebacks for that time period. So that's basically between February 2021 and December 2021. So we have everything ready basically to be able to do this. So we just wanted to put it out for community conversation and approval. So weigh in on that forum post if that interests you. We also got the donation.eth matching pool, how to distribute the funds. The conversation has been continuing with Willie and Mitch weighing in with a lot of interesting points. So take a look at that if you're interested in how we're going to be distributing these matching funds. And finally, we had a great meeting with the designers on Give Power, talking about basically how we're going to show this. And so it was awesome to have all the designers in that meeting, and they're getting started working on wireframe. So Give Power, designers assemble. And that's really all I have for the Give Economy. So I will pass it back to you, Ashley.
All right. Well, speaking of designers, I checked with Marco before this call and he wasn't going to be here. I know Mo is just getting back from vacation, so he's probably just getting settled back in. So it's pretty much the same as it was last week. They're just coming back from vacation, and Marco said they were hiring. I looked on the recruit tree and I didn't see the design position. Ahmad, do you know where people can apply for that?
We're still working on the job description, so most likely by tomorrow it'll be up.
Okay, cool. And that will be in the recruit tree?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so keep a lookout for that in the job listings if you're interested in applying. And up next, we have our last circle, the governance circle, consisting of the governance working group and the DAO working group. And the mission is to progressively decentralize the Giveth decision-making process by building a community and a token-based economy around our platform that recognizes contributions, values participation, and rewards altruism. So I'll pass it to Griff for governance updates.
GM! How's everyone doing? Thank you so much, Ashley, for the great introduction. As always, we start with vacation because it's party time. So I actually only know of Ashley and Monique. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more vacations coming up. We are growing at a rapid speed. So honestly, I really want to encourage anyone who knows that they have vacation to use this community call as a Schelling point to tell everyone, yo, I might not be around, and give us an update. Feel free to add your vacation that's coming up into this slide yourself. Feel empowered. But I do know the vacation that I know of is that Ashley is going to take some time off from mid-March until the end of April. It's going to be on and off, and internet may be here and there. So, but well deserved, ladies. I can't remember the last time she took a vacation, so that's great. Same with Monique. Monique is going to take some time off from the 21st to the 27th. So that be prepared for these things and try to get anything settled with them before they go on vacation if you can. Also, and I know if you want to help fill in some of their gaps, reach out to them and support them as we do in this community. Also, Carlos, Mateo, Mitch, Lauren and I are all in are all going to be in Mexico City. Lauren and I are there right now. I think Mitch, Mateo, and Carlos are traveling today, and we'll all be probably MIA tomorrow for the conference, as well as Saturday, although no one expects us to be around on Saturday. And we'll be back next week without any issue. But if you DM us tomorrow or even tonight, you probably won't get much from us. So yeah, and in general updates. So don't forget to do your buddy review calls and catch up with all your buddies. Payments are going out. I think most people that are like regular scheduled people are paid, but we're still looking for hours. Reach out to Freshelle. Do you want money? I think you do. You should reach out to Freshelle. Tell her how much money do we owe you. You know, this kind of things. It's so definitely DM Freshelle and we'll get you some extra ASAP. Forum posts worth checking out. The home office was extended. We offered a $1,000 home office benefit to people who will be full time with us for over 4 months, and or since October, basically, since before the launch. So it got extended, I think, until maybe tomorrow. So this is the last chance to go out and buy yourself something nice to pimp out your home office. And also, the only other forum post related to governance is the Taoist expenses in Mexico City. Carlos, Mateo, and Lauren and I and Mitch were all like hanging out in Airbnb and such, and so we were going to see if the community wanted to pay for that, so we could promote Giveth in Mexico. Also, of course, we are hiring, as Ahmad and Ashley were mentioning. We have the giveth.recruitee.com, and we have a bunch of job ads up there. We've had a lot of success so far. We hired Decentralized Jay yesterday. It was a really quick one, which is super cool. He's going to be helping with the taking on some token economy missions, and especially around what Shapeshift has done. Just part-time, as he's a full-time member of the Shapeshift team, but he wants to help us out. So it's amazing to have Willie and Decentralized Jay bring in, and Crusher and the whole Shapeshift community, it feels like, supporting Giveth. Also, we have Jahan Saeed, who's jumping in for a technical writing and SEO work and all these sorts of things. And Jack, who's got some NFT projects up his sleeve, as well as is helping out with Twitter. So definitely, if you see these three around, say hello, be extra helpful. You know, it's the Giveth world is complex and confusing. You know, J Cubed are still in their trial months, and they always could use some support and love. But we have Claire, Suga, and Melody, who passed their trial months, so that's super great. Welcome to them to the team. I still need to schedule some calls with Suga and Claire. Just had one with Melody today, so to finalize the longer term contracts. So it's super cool, and very happy to have them on board. So yeah, congratulations. And of course, we're still looking for DevOps and network security specialists, although we do have some interviews coming up. So much praise to Ahmad and Heather for their help in hiring. But we still need senior Solidity development support. We definitely need Twitter specialists, looking for someone who sees Twitter as a science, who sees the Twitter algo like Neo sees the Matrix, you know, and can help us with that kind of perspective. We need front-end rock stars. If you know of any senior front-end developer or junior as well, definitely point them our way. And we're definitely looking for product and delivery managers, people who can take something and to bring it to the finish line, who can spec it out, and ideally build some DAO proposals, but you know, DAO to DAO connections, make proposals to our DAO and to other DAOs for projects. Speaking of DAOs, I'll pass it to Mitch for the DAO working group.
Thanks, Griff. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and dive right into it. So we've got a couple different DAO tools. If you're new here, we use Aragon DAO and our Give. We've got the Give Garden by Gardens. We've got a couple SIGs on mainnet and Gnosis chain. And we've got our snapshot instance. All the links there in the slides. Some things to look out for. We've got some token swaps forthcoming with Node and TEC. If you're on these multi-sigs, I just like to ask that you pay attention. We're going to be needing some signers for stuff, so let's get this stuff moving reasonably quickly. We've got some proposals up. The monitoring tool for givebacks by TrueBlocks is up on the forum for advice. Discord moderation. by Giantkin. That's up there as well for review, and I think there's a poll as well. In the NR Give, we've got the general magic payment for January 2022. In the Give Garden, the growth and globalization work stream, so that'll be the translation work led by Mr. Bear. And we've got the Give Elk Dual Reward Farm from Monstrosity as well. In the Giveth Liquidity multi-sig, we're bridging some Give from mainnet to Gnosis chain, and we need some signers. So if you're on that multi-sig, just go in there and give a sign. Snapshot so far, nothing to report, but once we resolve some issues and advice in the forum, we'll be putting them up to a community snapshot, so stay tuned for that. And I believe that's it from the DAO, and I can pass it back to Ashley.
Awesome. I don't know how you keep them all straight, Mitch. You're amazing. There's so many different places. All right. So we don't have a community spotlight for this week. So we're going to start our testing party. Woo! I put the link here for the staging environment where you will be testing and the repo where we will be creating the issues for testing. I'm here to help anybody if they need help in creating those issues or knowing how to use GitHub or where they should be created. I'll be hanging out in this channel to offer support to people and maybe some, ability to share screen or whatever it is that we need. So yeah, I encourage everybody to hang out and let's test version 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we put on some music, you guys?
Yes.
How do I use this new music bot? Here we go. Or maybe somebody wants to put something on. Let me see. Okay,